I know what you're thinking. You're looking at this going, Dave's got a plan. Everything's laid out. Dave doesn't have a plan. Dave did this video once already. The camera didn't film it. So you missed me building this and then having to glue it because it kept falling to bits. This is the main tower from the centre of this. We are building the Orc Lookout. Hello. I've just done this once. We're about to do it again. So this is the Sci-Fi Gothic Orc Lookout from TT Combat. We're doing this in one take because it's easy. It's 2 sheets and a grey sheet. A lot of it is excess for just greebling it up. Greebling the right word? Someone will tell me. That's not true. You never tell me. But that's beside the point. So, we're going to start with the tower. It's fairly straightforward. Back piece, side piece, side piece, side piece. Glue, glue, glue. You glue the 4 edges. This bit slots on top. Like so. And you get 4 of these. And they make up the middle bit. Now, they just slot in like that. That looks alright, doesn't it? It's a tower. Yay! Now, we're going to go into Orky Chaos. Here comes the Orky Chaos. This piece. All the detail on the up. Slots in like that. I'm so glad I didn't glue this the first time. Then, we have a stair. Now, the stair is built out of this. Obviously, we're going to go with the detail part towards the outside. Because that's how I think it should go. On this side, detail part to the outside. 2 detail parts are on the outside. Oh, that's an old reference. And in. Right, now. Here comes the complicated one. It's the hook one. Ladder. This bit towards the bottom. It's going to go on like that. So, which way around does these teethy bits go? We're just going to look at the plans because I actually can't remember. It's been 3 minutes and I can't remember. Why are we not surprised? So the hook goes down on this side. So we're going to go there and there. And therefore on the other side, just flip that around in like so. That then goes this way and in. Voila! That's a bit of damage there. And it's fallen over. No! Go back in. There we go. Right. This piece next. Yeah, this looks as complicated as it seems. So, this section with the cross slots into there, like that. Somehow lays on that like that. And in the instructions, it doesn't tell you to do this, but I'm going to. It just seems to appear on the piece. There's no... Oh no, there is a warning. It's really hard to spot. So, this bit goes on this edge. Like that. Do you know what? We're just going to know if I pop it off, it won't work. This bit, which is hard to spot on the plans, because I missed it twice, goes into there like that. And then this bit goes along this edge over here. And finally, this bit slots along, go the right way up, change to the top, but it slots along this edge over here. Voila. This has fallen to bits, far less this time. Still falls over when you do that because there's too much weight. So, now we know the weight is too much. We're going to take these 2 pieces. We're going to slot them together like this. We're then going to put that piece on the bottom like so. And then that slots under here in that section, just there. And holds it up like that. Now, we do this later in the instructions, but I realise this holds it in place better. We're going to take this piece. We're going to mount that bit. I've already broken it. See? That mounts in there and then the skull mounts on. But this goes in here. Just a set of holes. See? Under there. And that just holds that leg in slightly better on that section. If you do that. Make sure this is all still in place. Just going to glue this back together while no one's looking. Talks among yourselves. It is the heavy. I am heavy-handed, but it's not just that. Sometimes these bits are just so weak in the middle. It happens. So PVA glue, as always. Would you believe my mat underneath this is all silicone, so I'm not too worried about that glue sticking to the mat as long as it sticks the wood together. That's the important bit. That can stay there for a second. This piece. Now, it kind of goes in the wrong way. So like that. So it kinks the wrong way. And it's getting these bits the correct way around. So thin bit at the bottom hooks onto the outside for the first one. And on the second one, it goes... That's wrong. That's already wrong. I've already got that wrong. There we go. Goes like that. Because you've got to have that flat edge at the top, you see. So when you butt it up, it'll match. Flip it over. Thin bit. Bottom. There. And slot it in. And the other one goes like that. See? Yet again. Flat bit at the top. This section, I don't think this matters which way around it goes. I think it's a personal preference. I'm going to go that way around this time. And then we just slot that into that hole. That's done. Now, the Orc head itself kind of locks into there and into there. And then that locks into there. And that gives you that bit, and then obviously this bit glues on the front once you do it to bring out the 3 dimensions in it. And then there are these bits. They are not really mentioned on here, but from what I can work out, these 2 outer edges have a slightly larger bit that sticks out, and I'm fairly sure they will just slot over the top like that, and that'll hold them in on either side. Am I sure which way around they are? Not a clue. Should I care? Probably. Should you care? That's up to you to decide. There we go. Oh, no, it fell off. But that's the idea of those ones. And then afterwards you have all these bits, and you can glue these all over the place on it wherever you want. And as always, there's fluff left over. See? There you go. Click. Done. That's up to you where you want to put these. You can go there, go here. You get the idea. If you look at the photo on the system, you can see that we have chain coming from here, chain coming from here, to different points on the model. I am guessing they're just glued in place, see, as they go on. And you've also got the grey bits. So, for example, this section here on the photo is under this section here. And so on. The teeth going down the back of the spine there. There are also these tiny bits. And these kind of bits. Yet again, I think it's up to you to where you put them, not up to me. As it goes, let's just put it back into the centre. Try not to have it fall over again. Let's move the clippers out of the way. It will support the weight of an Orc. That is an old white metal Grosnick? Is it Grosnick? The Commando one. I don't think it's Grosnick. I can't remember his name now. Off the top of my head. So, no, it's gone. But yeah, it can support that. Let's try something a bit heavier. Yeah, that is actually quite a lot heavier. That is solid. And pewter, not white metal. Right, there you go. That is the Orc Lookout Sci-Fi Gothic built in under 10 minutes. I did build it twice. Right, see you later.